Welcome back, Top 10 fans and YouTubers. This is another episode of Top 10, and today we are going to go ahead and discuss the top 10 food additives that you want to avoid. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have sulfur dioxide. At this point, the use of sulfur dioxide, coded E220, is completely forbidden in the United States and several countries in Europe. The most common utilization of sulfur dioxide in the food industry is comprised of maintaining the appearance and taste of dried fruits and vegetables. While it may preserve the taste and looks, the substance will surely destroy important nutrients present in these ailments, basically vitamins B1 and also vitamin E. It has also been proven without any shadow of a doubt that this sulfite is responsible for hypertension, bronchial problems, and can even cause anaphylactic shock. Sulfur dioxide has strictly been diagnosed in people with chronic respiratory conditions and particularly asthma. In addition to that, it is highly advisable to avoid vinegar, potato products, soft drinks, wine, cordials that contain this sulfite. At number 9, MSG flavor enhancers. Now, we are all very familiar with the dangers of MSG for the most part. The MSG flavor enhancer constitutes an excitotoxin known to cause over-excitation of cells, even to the point of severe damage and, in most cases, death. At the same time, studies show that the E621, or MSG, disturbs the hunger neurotransmitters to the brain, particularly the ones that are associated with the satiation sensation, and hence, it is yet another factor that can contribute to obesity. MSG stands for monosodium glutamate, and it can be typically found in soups, chips, dressings, frozen foods, and other ailments found in restaurants. At number 8, we have sodium nitrate. If you fancy meat, and especially processed meat products, then it is mandatory to check the percentage of sodium nitrates that are in these foods. Because the nitrates are a preservative, they are generally considered harmless. However, when they enter the body and are digested, they break down into carcinogenic substances. These nitrates are known to be hazardous to your health and have even been in some attempts to be voted out of the meat industry. Yet they are not banned from the industry simply because they have the ability to turn the meat bright red. At number 7, we have potassium bromate. Potassium bromate is one of the best dough improvers in the bakery industry. However, under controlled baking conditions, potassium bromate is converted into potassium bromide, a harmless additive to consumers. Scientific evidence does implicate the bromate substance with possible carcinogens and has been removed as an acceptable additive for flour treatment. The ingredient is widely used for baking because it has excellent flour improvement qualities. The high levels of protein or glutens in the flour trap gas bubbles and cause the dough to rise. Potassium bromate facilitates this process and lowers the levels of gluten, resulting in stronger and more voluminous bread. At number 6, we have high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is a highly refined artificial sweetener, which is the number one source of calories in the United States. It is found in almost all processed foods. High fructose corn syrup packs on the pounds faster than any other ingredient. It elevates your bad cholesterol levels and also contributes to the development of diabetes and tissue damage. The ingredient is commonly found in most processed foods such as breads, candy, salad dressings, also canned vegetables and canned fruits. At our number 5 spot, we have sodium sulfite. According to the FDA, approximately 1 in 100 people are allergic or have a sensitivity to sulfites in food. Individuals who are sulfite sensitive may suffer from asthma, headaches, breathing problems, and even sometimes rashes. The substance is usually present in wine and dry fruits and is primarily used in the pulp and paper industry. Caffeine. Caffeine can be naturally found in tea, coffee, and cocoa. It can equally be added to many soft drinks. It is one of the few drugs, more or less a stimulant, that's added to foods. Caffeine is dangerous as it promotes stomach acid secretion, raised blood pressure, and dilates some blood vessels while constricting others. Excessive caffeine intake results in a syndrome called caffeinism, with symptoms ranging from nervousness to sometimes insomnia. These problems already affect children who drink between 2 to 7 cans of soda a day. No wonder most school boards in North America have banned them. Caffeine can be addictive, which is why some people have migraines when they stop drinking it. While small amounts of caffeine don't pose a serious problem for everyone, avoid it if you are trying to become or are pregnant, and try to keep caffeine out of your children's diet. At number 3, we have trans fats. Have you ever walked into Taco Bell and on their menu board it says we only utilize trans fat oils? Don't be conned by the signs. Trans fat increases LDL cholesterol levels while decreasing HDL, which is more or less good cholesterol levels. It also increases the risk of heart attacks, heart disease, and strokes. And it also contributes to an increased inflammation, diabetes, and other health problems. Products like margarine, chips, crackers, all of those things are cooked in trans fat oils. Not all trans fats are bad, don't get us wrong. Milk is an excellent example and does have some naturally occurring trans fats, but these don't seem to be as harmful as man-made trans fats. Before purchasing any products with trans-rated fats, I would read into it and do a lot of research to find out the health risks. Number 2, artificial sweeteners. Research has found that the artificial sweetener is a popular contaminant in wastewater, surface water, and groundwater. Recent tests have taken water samples from 19 U.S. drinking water treatment plants serving more than 28 million people to be examined for sucralose. The sweetener was found to be present in water sources of about 15 out of 19 drinking water treatment plants, all tested, and the finished water of about 13 out of 17 plants, and in a whopping 8 out of 12 water distribution systems. Don't let any brand name or slogan fool you. Sucralose is not just any magical calorie-free sugar. Despite Splenda's famous slogan, made from sugar so it tastes like sugar, it is a chlorinated artificial sweetener cooked up in a factory, and scores of consumers have testified to its devastating effects. It does start off as a sugar molecule, to which 3 chlorine molecules are usually added. At the end of the whole process, the chemical composition of the sugar has been altered to the point to where it's no longer actually sugar. At number 1, we have artificial colors. Artificial colors are actually made from coal, as in the stuff they burn to generate heat and electricity. It was not even ever meant to start as a food in the first place, and should never have been added in any food. Now it makes it to the number 1 spot on this top 10 list of ingredients to avoid because of recent studies linking artificial colors to ADD and also ADHD in children and connecting it to cancer. Many European countries have taken the most extreme actions by banning artificial colors that are most popularly used in North America. Now it's time for us and the Americans to do the same. That does it for our top 10 list of food additives to avoid. I want to thank you guys for taking your time to join us again for yet another educational experience. Don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button to join us again for another episode of Top 10.